Feeling we taking it all the way. I gotta get to the Hall of Fame. Been on the ground with a small delay. That's what it takes when you on your job. I'm working till everything fall in place. Like nah, we not gonna fall today. Like nah, we not gonna fall today. Like oh yeah, beanie up Scotty, we going up crazy. Yeah, me and my posse. When it's time to get it, we body to body. Cause bodies get left when we leave the party. Don't get me started, don't make me get out of character. That make you turn to a target. Dearly departed, making a scene like Martin. We up in the scores and the margins. Hey, yeah.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Without any further ado, no chit chat. We're gonna go ahead and come up in this thing. What is going on, everyone? What's going on, Keisha? How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. And yourself?
Oh man, as you can see, I'm hyped, man. I stay hyped. I stay hyped. Ready to talk about this 7-7 rule. Excited. We're starting a new little mini series here, you know, the classroom. I get to be the teacher, the principal. I get to be somebody important, you know. So you've been chilling today. What you been up to?
Man, I had a lot of stuff happen today, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
All right. Yeah, man. We came here to talk about this 7-7 rule. I see we got Shay's Adventures in the house. We got the Nichols in the house. Thank y'all for being here. Happy Tuesday. We got 5 real homies in the crib. Hey, do us a favor, man. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this thing out. If you're a content creator, please, by all means, you can go ahead and put hashtag content creator in the comments. But I don't want to do a lot of chit chat. I see we got Media and I in the house, part of the Alliance, man, the world-renowned authors, award producers, directors in the crib. Thank y'all for being here. Hey, tonight we're going to be talking about the 7-7-7 rule. And your boy, along with Keisha's help, is going, I'm going to tell you what it is, and then Keisha going to take over, and I'm just going to sit back and, nah, I'm kidding. So this 7-7 rule, and I had never heard of it. Thanks for everyone for being here. I had never heard of the 7-7 rule, and actually Keisha brought it to my attention. So with that, it's supposed to help relationships. And what it does is get you out of your normal everyday routine. So the first 7, every 7 days, you're going to have a date. Now, when I researched this, one thing may say, hey, you can have a date, and it could be a date night at home. You don't have to go anywhere. Or it could be a date where you go out to dinner. That's the first 7, every 7 days, every 7 weeks. You know, they had to make it hard. Instead of saying 8 weeks, which is 2 months, they say every 7 weeks. To sound cool, you need to go away from the house, not to the basement, not to another room, but you need to go away from the house on a date, like a staycation. You don't have to go out of town. Just get away from home. Not your in-laws, not your cousin's crib, but you and your significant other. The last 7, and this one I can't wait to talk about when we get into this, is every 7 months, you and your companion are going to take a trip outside of the area. It could be international, it could be domestically in the United States, within your home state, another state, but you're not going to be in the city. That happened in the second 7. The third 7 is you're going to go out. So that's the 7-7-7 rule. If you've heard of the 7-7 rule, please put it in the comments. Let us know. So Keisha, now that we heard the rules of the rule, do you find any of those difficult or unbelievable? Or what do you have to say about it? Just whatever. You just come out however.
Okay. Well, the first 7 is cool because, like, 7 days, you and your boo, y'all might, choose to go to a movie or go out to eat or something like that. So that's cool, a date night. But it kind of get tricky when you get into 2 and 3. So the next 7 is, you guys do like a staycation, and you may go get a hotel away from the house, or you might go like one town over or something. I don't know. But the third one, you know, where you actually go on a large vacation is the real testament, because not everyone can afford to go every 7 months on a big vacation. So that's my thoughts on that. Like, I don't see it feasible for a lot of people. Some people might be balling out of control, but me personally, I'm not balling like that.
That's one of the things you and I are aligned with this. And so y'all know we didn't script this. We both know the topic. I don't know what Keisha's gonna say. She don't know what I'm gonna say. So we're just giving our opinions. We're not trying to offend anyone. It's Rod's opinion, it's Keisha's opinion, and it's basically opinion. And we hopefully hear from the people in the comments, the viewers. Hey, let us know your comments, your thoughts. The first thing that I think about is exactly what you said. You know, that third 7 is going to be the toughest. But I also look at that second 7, the staycation. You know, some people, they can go out to dinner and they can go to the movies, but what do they want to do at the end of the night? They want to go back home. Some people, like the old school Rod, the Rod of yesteryear, I can't imagine going to get a hotel in the same city I'm in. I mean, why am I going to be in Dallas and get a hotel in Dallas? I mean, what am I? That don't make sense. I got a place I'm already paying mortgage or rent. So, you know, do you think the staycation may even become a problem? Do you foresee that?
I think that's, yeah. I mean, and it don't even necessarily have to be like a staycation. It could be like where you go to another city or whatever. I think the big 7 is where you would go to like a major, like say you going to Puerto Rico or on a cruise or something. But that second one, I think that you just do like a little small vacation versus something big. But I mean, it could get expensive. You know, I'm simple, so like, you know, for the first one, which is where, you know, you all have date night, that's fine. Like, even if you just sit at the house, you know, and pop some popcorn and pick out a movie and cuddle on the couch, that would be cool for me. I don't have to have all like the glitz and glamour and all that good stuff. But yeah, that second and that third one is a doozy.
You know, I'm looking at Media and Eyes coming, and they said they never heard of the 777 rule, but based off what we've said, which is the first 7 is every 7 days you go on a date, every 7 weeks you do a staycation or at least get out of the house, and every 7 months you go on a vacation out of the city. Sounds doable. I like it, and I want to get back on that doable part. And I think that's where Keisha just asking for a friend is going with this. And the Nichols said they never heard of that. That doable. But how long are we going to rely? Hey, thank you everybody for being here. Your favorite couples in the house. And I'm going to bring up your favorite couple in a second. Your favorite couple, I just want to ask while you're here, the 7-7 rule, do the staycations and the date nights, we know y'all got the third 7 on lock. I mean, y'all stay going. I think y'all doing the 1-1-2 or something. Every day y'all having a date night. Every week y'all having a staycation. Every 2 months y'all on a vacation, you know. But that word doable. What's up, Louis Vibes? Thank y'all for being here. That word doable on that third part. How long are we going to rely on this 777 rule? That's one thing I would ask. Is this going to be a 1-year thing? And I don't know if Keisha thought about it this way. Is this going to be something we try to do every year? Because somebody pointed out to me right before our live, I was talking to one of my homies, and he said, man, that's like 2 vacations in a year. I said, no, it's 1 every 14 months. Yeah, you kind of right. You know, so I think about expenses. What do you think about Keisha? Like when you say that third is going to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, even the second one is tough because, like, I'm thinking that this has to be for a retired couple, because if you're a younger couple and you have smaller kids, like, where are they going? You know what I'm saying? I'm the type when my daughter was younger, I didn't let nobody but my mama watch my daughter. So therefore, if you like me and mama can't watch them, like, you know, that kind of messes up your little 777 rule. And then on top of, you know, that or whatever, you know, you got to rely on somebody to, if your kids are smaller, they got to take them to, you know, you got to provide, first they got to babysit and watch them. They got to be willing to watch them. they got to be willing to take them back and forth, to school. If they got like sports, like the daughter might be in ballerina, they might be in taekwondo, football. You got to rely on them to take them. That's a lot. That often, like 7 weeks, every 7 weeks you gone, or and then every 7 months, your mom gonna get tired of you. I know Carolyn would.
And I didn't even think about a child being involved. I was just thinking about the 777 rule. And at my age, I don't have any little kids, but a younger couple, like you stated, this is something that they would have to consider. Is this rule, but is it going to work for them? I want to read what Meet and I said. You pretty much talking about dinner, a quick trip, and a longer getaway. From the 8, which is Atlanta, you can do dinner the first 7, take a trip to Birmingham, Alabama, or you don't even have to do a trip. They could stay in Atlanta because they're doing a staycation, but they're going to go to Birmingham, Alabama. And then for the third 7, Meet and I said a 3-day cruise. PPP, plan, plot, prepare. That's going to be the key to this. What you say, Keisha? The preparing, the planning.
Hello. First of all, I want to say that Meet and I and your couple, they got this money. Because they balling out of control over here. But yeah, I mean, I guess it is doable. But like Memphis, I mean, where am I going? The Bass Pro Shop, because they got like a hotel and whatnot. But I mean, I guess it's doable. It just depends on your tax bracket. Like if you're in a lower tax bracket, you might have to switch it up a little bit. And I've always been a fan. Let me take these braces off because I think they're clicking. But I've always been a fan of like simple things. Like it don't take a lot. Even like with the second one, I'm with him. You could just maybe, but I don't know, because y'all got to get hotels. I don't know. That one's kind of hard. I think this is for retirees.
I think it goes back to this, and it even before you retire, because I know like Meet and I aren't retired. They don't have little children either. Your favorite couple is not retired, and I'm using these two people because I know, and even the Lewis vibes in here, they have younger children. I don't know how often they're traveling, but knowing Meet and I, it's really what they said: plan, plot, prepare. And a lot of people, I'm thinking about this now. You're not supposed to take the kids. Now you're not supposed to, but they made this rule, and we already know who is they. They don't even really exist. I don't know. I've been looking for they for 57 years, and I ain't found they yet. So just because someone made this rule, we can alter the rule. Maybe we have to take the kids. We can still get out of our normal complacency and still add spice to the relationship, my partner and I, and we can also add spice as a family, the entire family. Not no spice. I ain't mean to say that. We can have a camaraderie. We ain't gonna have no spice, but everybody's involved, and that's what Keisha was. That's what I got out what Keisha was saying. That retired couple, they've been doing what Meet and I is saying. They've been planning and plotting and probably preparing for years.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay, so who is able to take off their job like that? Like
every 7 months.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be like kind of retired, right? Because that's a lot of taking off for the job. Everybody doesn't work, during the week. Some folks work on the weekend. So I guess, but you could do a staycation during the week, but you both would have to be off. So I guess that's planning and preparation.
I remember doing staycations. I wasn't with anyone, but I was doing staycations. I didn't have cable. So if it was a good game that I really wanted to see, I'd find me a hotel in the Dallas or Arlington area and give me now I wasn't trying to ball out of control. And then that would be Sunday. And then Monday morning, I would get up, hang out till my late checkout at 2, and then I'd go back home. And I think that would cost me $100. I didn't go every weekend for every football game, and that $100 was cheaper than me paying for cable. That's the only thing I watched. So it may be it's a strategy, but you're right, man. Who has the money to go on vacation every 7 months? I'm like you. If it wasn't for points and miles, I can't do that. So
Right.
I would say every 7 months. If it was Rod, I probably had to one of those. It's gonna have to be. It may have to be a car, or we may have to really scale back on the date night, do it at home, get some Orville Redenbacher and some soda that just say soda. It ain't no 7 Up, it ain't no Pepsi. It's just gonna say soda. And then for the staycation, we might go to the where they leave the light on. It might be a cheaper. Then we're planning for that bigger vacation. That may be a way to do it. So go ahead, Keisha, like you was about to say something.
Well, I don't know because I was thinking like, you're doing the 777 rule to strengthen your marriage, right? Or your relationship, whichever one, applies to you. But could it backfire because you're spending all this money and we all know that, money problems is like the number one cause for divorces. Well, maybe cheating and then money. I don't know. They probably neck and neck. But but I'm just saying, like, you don't want to, try to, abide by a certain type of standard that society says that you're supposed to do in order for you to have a real perfect marriage and put yourself in a financial bind where you can't get out of, so
I
that's
like
all.
that because it sounds like this is going to bring more stress than love. Just from the discussion we've had for the last 16 minutes, you might love your partner, but if you stressing and arguing about which hotel we're going to stay at, because we're trying to do it in 7 weeks, and what we're going to do for date night shouldn't be a problem. But what we're going for in 7 months that we have enough money to say it's enjoyable. Now y'all arguing
Mhm.
about that because he want to go to Vegas and blow the whole life savings and she want to just do something sensible. Now you got a whole because you're trying to do it in a certain time frame, you know.
Mhm.
So I think sometimes we put ourselves in a box too much, Why can't it be the matter of fact, let's start by saying let's create 3 numbers that we think as a couple is feasible for us to do. Now, every 7 days to have a date night, maybe you don't, somebody might be tired every Friday or every Thursday or whatever. Maybe had a 14 day, at least twice a month, once a month, and then a staycation maybe every 90 days. And at least start off once a year, do the last one. So I guess I don't know I don't even know what numbers I'm on, but who cares? Just in 2 weeks we're gonna do this, and in so many weeks we're gonna do that, and in so many months we're gonna do this, and make your own number, make your own rule.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do like every 2 weeks we can do like a date night. Every 2 months we can do a staycation. Every 2 years we can do a vacation.
Two
That's
years,
probably out of the that's probably out of the,
two
the
years.
question for some people.
Man, no, man. The prices went up in 2 years. No, no, man. Yeah, but in 2 months, eggs went from $2.99 a dozen to $9.99 a dozen. We can't wait no 2 years. Then I tell you what's gonna happen with that. This is gonna be even more stressful. If we wait 2 years, somebody gonna be expecting a bigger vacation.
Yeah.
No,
Hello, I'm like Barcelona. We going to Barcelona.
we still going to the same place where you keep the light on. Oh, no, I'm
Oh
kidding.
no, no, bud. Yeah.
So in that
Yeah. So I
7 months, you might get away with the like me and I said, a three-day cruise or the 5-day cruise. But you talking about 2 years? I don't know too many dudes. I ain't gonna say it ain't no. I don't know too many dudes that ain't took their woman nowhere in 2 years. And
y'all
then
doing staycations?
no, I'm talking about that 2 year vacation.
Uh-huh.
A vacation every 2 years. Man, you almost got to take them to the moon or something. You ain't gonna be like I'm in Dallas. I ain't gonna say let's go to Austin after 2 years or let's go to Houston. They're gonna be expecting Miami. Feliz Mommy died or whatever that song said Will Smith had. Oh no, I ain't doing
Mm-mm.
that one.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
well, 2 years might be a stretch, but I'm just saying.
No, I
Uh,
like it. I'm just really messing with you because I think 2 years will give people less stress though. But
right.
that ain't how, in my opinion, in the real world, man. The more time, the more expectations. you know, that's
Oh
just my.
yeah, it's definitely gonna have, it's probably gonna be a bigger trip, especially for for the ladies. They're gonna be like, oh, we've been waiting 2 years. I know this finna be good, but
And then he
and then
called. No, go
huh?
ahead. Go ahead. Now go ahead. I'm done.
I was thinking when me and I was talking about like going like a cruise or something. You can find cruises that are really really cheap. I don't know. I haven't seen them posted. Y'all let me know when y'all see them because I've seen people on the internet saying that they went on a cruise for $100. I was like, wow, you ain't called me sis because I would have
Well,
liked to get on that trip with you, huh?
$100. Well, they was on the
A
fishing.
hundred. He said a fishing boat. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
$100. You ain't put me on the SS Minnow and be on Gilligan's Island talking about $100 cruise. No.
Yeah, but they be catching like little specials. I've never seen it. I've looked on there a million times and I've never seen it like for 100, 150. I don't know where they're looking, but next time when y'all see a cruise for $150, y'all.
If y'all see one, just put it in a comment of this video or on my community tab. I ain't going. You ain't got to call me because I ain't going on no $100 cruise. That boat gonna have holes in it. Half the stuff ain't gonna be working. Ain't gonna be no free ice cream. None of that gonna be going on. No hamburgers. None of that. No buffet. You'll be lucky if you get a sandwich in the morning from one of them bacon egg bagel sandwiches or whatever. No.
Nah.
So
they said it was a special.
There was a special.
The SS Minnow.
I like what Desmond say. Wait 2 years if you want, fellas. You ever heard of the doghouse? Or a lonely house? One of the two. You want to be in the doghouse? No, man. I mean, I think back in yesteryear, and when I say that, y'all, I'm talking about a couple of decades ago, you may have gotten away with a 2 year, but everything now is instant gratification. Everything's in a hurry now. And I think in today's society, 2 years for a lot of people, they were like, nah. I mean, there's cruisers out here. There's people I'm seeing that's on a cruise, booking a cruise for 6 months from now, and then one for next year and the next year. And I'm like, I might not have no money in 2 years. I ain't doing that. That's just me though. But then Desmond said, don't even wait 7 months. Desmond, so what you suggest, Desmond? I'm curious.
Wait a minute, he said don't even wait. He said months. Kizzy won't let him out the bedroom now. He got to pay for vacations every 6 months.
Man. And Kizzy said, no matter what they say, you know what you can do. That's what I'm talking about. You got to plan and put your money aside so it won't be a financial bind. You don't want to go there and come back mad or hurt because your bill money spent. I'm gonna look at this and I want to dissect this real quick. You got to plan and put your money aside. One thing I've noticed with me anyway, with traveling and life, even before I was traveling, if I was trying to save money, right when I got to a certain point, life would happen, and then I had to spend some of my money. So if you can, while you're planning, if you can put a little extra to the side in case life happens, you're not further delaying your vacation or your time away. And I like this part about, I know I've been on Vegas, especially if I go to Vegas or somewhere they got a casino. I've come back and I didn't spend my bill money, but I was in there blowing the ATM machine smooth out the wall. I mean, I was in there getting maxing out, calling the bank, telling my tires was on flat and everything, trying to get some more money. So, wow.
Sound like you got a problem.
Oh, no, this was like 1994, y'all. This was way back, the old rod. But no, I just, coming from Arkansas, I had never seen no casino, man. I thought that was only on TV.
Oh, you thought you were in Disney World. You like, who is lights?
I was. All the flashing lights and machines. And I like what the Nickel said. That'll defeat the purpose of going, y'all. If it's got any kind of rule, anything got to be stressful, what's the point? I mean, Now, Keisha, do you think, I don't even want to ask. I'm not asking you no question. Never mind.
You relax.
No, I don't want to. But do you think with today, the way everything is today with money, that anybody would even consider this 7-7 rule, or would they just continue to go when they can?
I don't know. I guess I don't. I would probably just like try to make. I don't know. I'm with them. Like I wouldn't want to just stick to a certain type of rule just because society says.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I would probably just go when I can because like with nowadays where you got machines and robots and AI taking everybody. I don't know. It's like unless you are retired and you have that income and it's not going anywhere, you know, then you can do that all day long. But you know, some folks can't swing it. You know.
Yeah, and I put it up here, and Keisha said it, and pretty much the comments said, and I agree. Go when you can, but don't let when you can be never.
Right.
Don't let I'm gonna go when I can, and then every time you get asked about it, it's another. I mean, if it's real, it's real. But y'all should already have discussed that anyway. If you're a partnership and you're even trying to do this 777 thing, but if you can't go, set a realistic date, realistic goals, have a realistic rule. That's my whole thing. If you don't do that, and and now if y'all really want to go to say Barcelona, Keisha keep mentioning Barcelona, then look at the prices now for Barcelona. And if you know you're going in a year, just add, maybe 2 or 3% to that. That's typically inflation. And then say, okay, we may not do this once every 7 week thing, but we can do a date night once a month. I don't care. We just go get away from the kids and sit in the car. That's a date night. Or do like Taylor Mart, go to the gas station. They have gas station date nights out. They go in there and get the little new chips and new drinks and stuff. And then save your money for the longer, the bigger trip, but set a realistic goal, Don't say Barcelona and knowing you can't go to Barcelona, you have to disappoint your partner. I wouldn't suggest doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. That can lead to some problems as well. So I totally agree with that one.
Yeah, and then there was something I read too earlier. I don't think I see it here. So I think what I get out of this, y'all, sorry about that, is realistically is one of the
Well,
things.
let me say.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, so let me say this right here. I mean, there are other ways that you can really go on a date night or like a major trip and not really have to pay for it. Because I remember back in the day. Now, I mean, allegedly, back in the day, I might have did a couple of times shares and had to sit there and listen to some presentations in order to get a real nice trip. And if you sit there long enough as they're trying to sell you, they'll offer you more stuff. They'll be like, well, if you if you give me one more minute of your time, I'll throw in a couple of excursions. And I'm like, yeah, I got another minute. So, and that comes with like hotel stay. Sometimes you'll get I mean, so there's other ways around it. I may allegedly have done that before.
And there's also um, content creators right now in this live stream that are travel advisors. Uh,
No,
your favorite couple. I know they're doing Meet and I's 50th cruise is coming up in a couple weeks. They were the travel advisors for that. You have people. Now, I'm not saying they're not your go-to customer service hotline, but if you're thinking about a trip and hey, I'm looking at going maybe in December and here it is February, what am I looking at? And then they may be able to give you some options there. Use your resources. That's kind of where I'm going with this. Kind of what exactly what Keisha was just saying. Use your resources, and it's just. Let me read this here. It said we usually go twice a year, but it's already saved. But it's already saved up for the trip is purchased before we leave instead of the other way around. The whole purpose is to have fun and make great memories. That,
right.
like, that's a great. Go ahead. That's a great point. You think we try to have all this? Let's say taking a trip to New York. If you haven't researched, but you want to go to the Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty, and Madison Square Garden, and you get there. If it was you, would you feel stressed to go to all three if you couldn't? or would you look
Mm.
before and say,
I,
okay,
I would probably look before and plan ahead. Like know your budget. You still got bills when you get back home, so let's not get wild with it. But yeah, just know your budget. You can't go to everything, all the parties. So you just got to pick which one.
and going back to what the nickel said, if you're the one like if you're trying to impress somebody and do all this stuff you really can't be doing, I would try to have a discussion before I went because I don't want to come home and can't pay my car note or my rent or mortgage or my car insurance because I faked for 3 or 4 days when I was on this 777 rule thing, be like plan ahead. And that's Keisha's saying it the best, just plan ahead. And most of the people in the comments have said just plan. It's not just a spur of the moment thing, but I wonder now. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Do we even need a rule, Keisha? Do we even need a 7-7? Any kind of rule? Period. To in today's love, do these rules and stuff like this even work, or do people just fly by night? I'm just curious. Your thoughts? Like,
Well, you know what? I mean, they could work. Like, I mean, who wouldn't want to have a date night every 7 days, so once a week? Who wouldn't want to do like a staycation every 7 weeks? Who wouldn't want to have a major vacation every 7 months? Like, who wouldn't want to do that? I'm pretty sure everyone wants to do it, but realistically, everybody's not in that tax bracket. So you just got to pick your poison. I don't know,
yeah,
but um, I don't know. And then and there's cheaper things to do. Like even when you're doing a date night, I always thought it was more sentimental for a guy to maybe like do a picnic or cook. You know, because like anybody can call up and make a reservation. Like who can't do that?
mhm.
you know, that's the easiest thing that you could do and throw some money at it. But for you to go in the actual grocery store, go down several aisles and pick out different things that you feel like your spouse would like to eat, or also go to the grocery store and figure out different things that your spouse might want to eat, and you are actually in the kitchen preparing a meal or doing a picnic. That's more thoughtful than for you to pick up the phone and call a restaurant and make reservations. Like I said, anybody can do that. I got a 9-year-old niece that could do that.
And that's a good point. And I could use that for the at home, the date night, because let's say I've been to a lot of restaurants lately and I wasn't happy with the service. The food wasn't like it used to be, even though that restaurant used to be the bomb, or the service wasn't good, or the dishes or the silverware was not clean. I can know the stuff at my house is straight. And instead of doing a date night at restaurant XYZ, and like you said, go in there, something simple. You can go and get 2 chicken breasts and butterfly them or cut them in half. That's what it really is. Butterfly them and sprinkle some cilantro. I don't know what it's going to taste like, y'all, but I'm just telling you what the idea is. Sprinkle some cilantro or some parsley or something on there and whip up some potatoes and light some candles and you good. Or instead of going to the Hyatt or the Hilton or one of these big tall places, go to the Hyatt place. It's like, where you go, maybe 100, 120 bucks a night. I go in there with some pans and some towels and blindfold your lady if you have to, and then just pull out all the pans like a buffet. The money you done spent on the food and the time you spent cooking, like Keisha said, will be more appreciated than you go and get a $500 hotel room and spend $200 on a meal that's not even worth it. It's ways to get around it. So,
Right.
Keith, you bring it
And
up.
even oh, and even for like the state. Can you hear me? I'm sorry, my mic. Can you hear me? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but even for like the staycations, I know that the Nichols, they have a camper, so I'm pretty sure it's easy for them to do staycations because it's cheaper at like campsites for you to basically, pull up and plug in. So you might want to, if you're not in that tax bracket, might want to get one of those, go on marketplace, get you a camper and fix it up and hitch it to the back, and you can stay wherever, whenever. That could be another option.
And as y'all can see, y'all, the topic was the 777 rule, but we're giving people other options, and we don't know all the options. That's why comments are definitely welcome, because I know somebody in here is probably thinking of something neither Keisha nor I have even mentioned, or no one in the chat has mentioned. I didn't think about, I don't have a fifth wheel, but if I had one, that could be a date night. I don't have one though. I'm not going to buy one, but if I did, that would be a date night. You can best believe. But I like the idea of, and I challenge any fellas that can't cook to go out, just try to make something. Even if you go do like my pops used to do when my mom went to the hospital, he fried some hot dogs and scrambled some eggs and talking about that was breakfast. I was like, this dude is tripping. But we ate it and it was good. So it was really the thought to see my pops in there trying. So, but
yeah, that is sweet.
The other thing about the 777, or just maybe adding spontaneity and spice to your relationship, because I think a lot of relationships, and I'm not no relationship expert, but I'm just saying what I've heard, what I've seen, or just the people love each other. It's just that the fire is flickering and it's kind of dying down, but it's there. It just needs a little oxygen to blow and it sort of poof back up. Would you disagree or agree, Keisha?
I would definitely agree with that, because you get complacent. Nobody wants to look at the same four walls every day. And you're looking at you too within these four walls, and then you have other things going on. Some people have kids, and some people have parents living with them. So you just need that, like, husa, moment, and go somewhere away from the house and just chill. Now, our deal, cruises are pretty, when it comes to like a vacation, some of them you can get really, really cheap. And then the bonus about it is everything's included. Like, your food is included. Them burgers you were talking about are included. Ice cream, your room is included.
Right.
The only thing that you would, if you chose to not even get off that boat and spend a dime, you would not starve. You would still have a good time because there's activities on the boat. So when you're talking about like a vacation, I think that if you're not afraid of the water, the best thing is a cruise, because like I said, it's all included. Like, and that's your, and you're, you know what? And when you're traveling, your biggest expense is going to be how you get there and where you stay. Now, let me say this too, because cruises are not always in the city that we live in. So, you also have to take that into account as well. But yeah, I think that cruise is definitely the way to go. And then I got to thinking also that 7 months is not that bad, because I go on vacation twice a year. So, I just thought about it. I was like, well, 7 months is actually, it gives you a little more time, because, but so, and I think most people do go on vacation twice a year. I think even Kizzy said it in the comments that I think they go on vacation twice a week, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. But yeah, so it's not that, it's not that bad when you think about it in the realm of things.
Yeah, and I didn't think of that, because every 7 months is 14 months. And then if you're doing it twice a year, that's every 12 months, or every 6 months, I'm sorry. So yeah, you'll get an extra month to save, plan, or maybe catch a better deal. And I like what you were saying, shop around. But for anybody out there that's afraid of the water, as far as cruises, you almost have to try to fall into the ocean. I did it for 20 years, can't swim, and I'm here right now. The real Rod is here right now. So I wouldn't let being afraid of the water. And you may get a little nauseated or seasick or whatever they want to call it. But if you're thinking about it before you go and you're worried about it, it's probably going to happen. But if you just say, hey, I'm going to have a good time, I'm not worried about the water. I like what Keisha said, the food, the place to sleep, shows if you want to go to. even if you get off the boat and just walk on the pier or whatever they call it, the port or whatever, and go back on, you could say, hey, I stepped foot in Jamaica or the Bahamas or wherever you're going. You know, that probably is the best way to go. And then even One Crafty Sister is echoing what Keisha said. Yes, cruising is a good idea, Keisha. And I know a lot of people, your favorite couple, they man, I don't even know. And Meet and I forgot how many they said they've been on, but that was they are platinum or something like that with Carnival. And then your
Oh,
favorite couple, go check out their channel, man. They're doing a cruising video almost every week. So, and you'll see what Keisha's talking about with the cruising and all the things you can get with it. Uh, I cruised for 20 years, but so I'm kind of biased, but it's definitely the way to go. So,
you got to tell them how you cruise, though. They don't know why why you
but
been cruising.
the cruise I went on had a casino, it had a bar. No, I'm kidding, y'all. I was in the Navy for the people that don't know, and it was different. There was no casino. There was no bar. There were no shows. Where I mean, you may have had a dude or somebody thought they were a comedian, but it was no real shows. Um, there was no Lido deck, no music, none of that. You know, you worked and you kind of hung out and you went to sleep and you did it all over again. But when I did it, I did 45 days at a time, going in the port for 4 days, 45 days back out to sea, seeing the same old people asking me the same questions, talking about the same thing. And now I mentally have to get over that and think that the real cruise world is nothing like what I experienced. So that's kind of where I am with it. And MC says she like cruising. And what's up, Full of Life? What's up, fam and everyone? Everybody's speaking. You know, one thing I was thinking about, and I probably forgot about it because I was really listening to what Keisha was saying. When how long, just from a female standpoint, Keisha, I'm just curious, how long can you get away? Like you mentioned, you get tired of looking at four walls. How long can a guy get away with that? Saying, oh yeah, we're gonna do it in 6 months, we're gonna do it in you think you think there's a certain threshold that there's going to be a discussion, or do it need to be an early discussion? Like, hey, man, I ain't falling for this next 6 months, you know?
Well, it just depends on your spouse, just to be honest, because I got some family members, they have probably never gone on a vacation in their life, and so when you have people that, and they're making it in their relationship, I think that, um it just depends on what type of relationship you have, what you're used to in that relationship. My Bluetooth is going on what you're used to in that relationship,
Mhm.
and that's just basically it. If I'm used to, like, hey, like we jump on the plane every 6 months, or 7 months, and we're going, somewhere. I know we're going somewhere now. We haven't figured it out yet, but I know. And you tell me no, we can't. Like, it needs, after a while, and you just constantly saying it, it may lead to resentment. So I do believe that it just depends on your spouse and what y'all are used to in your relationship.
This is where I was getting ready to go. Exactly where Keisha left off. I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna piggyback on this. Putting it off gets old, especially when you start a relationship like that and don't keep it up. That was gonna be
Yeah.
my next thing. What about those people that maybe take a reduction in pay, or a different job, or they get rid of this position because of AI and now they have to get this? Yet that other partner, male or female, is now accustomed to every twice a year we're going on vacations. Do you think that could propose stress in a relationship? I think it can, because some people go expect it and they ain't gonna expect anything less.
Well, I mean, that's when you gotta, like, have a strong marriage or a strong
Communication.
relationship, because you know the man's situation. You live there with him. Like, come on, like, the man's situation. Come on now, don't be crazy. If he done took a pay cut, or he had to switch jobs and he's not making as much money as he used to. So I don't feel like I've never agreed with beating the man up over a little bit of pocket change. Hakeem. You know? But
Yes.
yeah. So but I mean, some people they got zero understanding. They don't care. I don't care if you lost your job. Okay, I don't care if you took a pay cut. It sounds like you need to go get another job. like, I got zero. They got zero understanding for it. They don't care. You, the husband, you supposed to be providing. Where's the provision? Where's the providing? So it just depends. It just depends on like that woman. And why you get with her? No, just kidding.
Yeah, that's what I would be thinking. But I'm thinking too, what about that person that says cool? Like, yeah, I understand, baby. I understand you gotta lay it off. We ain't gotta go to that trip to Tahiti or wherever we go, Barcelona. And then you feel relieved. Okay, she understands. Then 2 weeks later, no, 2 months later, man, what was it? Now they ain't talking to you, they just talking around you so you can hear it. Man, boy, man, this time next month we would have been in Barcelona. They just talking so you can hear it. They ain't talking to you, they talking around you. And then you say, man, I thought she forgot. I thought she was cool. And then next thing you know, they said, well, Tim and Mary, they get ready to go to Paris. Sure, we was going somewhere. And then now they done said they was cool with it, but they really not cool. And somebody's feeling like crap,
Yeah. I mean, nah. Yeah, it sounds like she need to get a job then. She want to go to Barcelona.
I'd be like, hey man, I don't know what we about to do. I get you a hat or something, said Barcelona. I mean,
we can watch some videos. We can watch that and trip to Barcelona.
I'm really joking about that. I think a real man would really be
crushed
in a bind or really mentally, it would bother him because he was like, man, if he really cared about the woman, she really want to go to Barcelona. She was set on it. This happened. So I'm gonna read this here. The same thing it took to get you, baby, it's gonna take the same thing to keep her, or something like that. Yeah, Rod, you were a DJ. You know that song? I don't know, man. I'm gonna read it when I pull it down. Y'all might hear me say a busting note or something in a minute. I don't know. I might have a flashback. I'm gonna think about that though. I get tired of my four walls every 2 weeks. So you get tired of your four walls every 2 weeks. Now, this is another question. The 7-7-7 rule. I'm gonna think way outside the box. What if it's just one person? And I'm watching the time too, because we are trying to keep these down to an hour, y'all. But what if you're just one person?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying MC is, I don't know her situation, but I'm looking at this here. Now, I don't know how many people involved, but I'm thinking right now, what if it's just one person and all they do is go to work, come home? There could be a 7-7-7 rule for a single, it's only me type of person. I wonder how many people thought about that. I know I haven't before this.
Right.
I mean, have you ever taken yourself on a date night? Like just you?
Yeah, I sure have. I sure have.
Too, I guess. Then I didn't look at it as a date, but I guess I was on a date with myself. You ever been to the movies by yourself?
Yes. And then you ain't got to worry about nobody talking to you.
I always thought they think I was a freak if I went in there by myself. Like, what's wrong with him?
Yeah. So, you got to worry about nobody constantly talking during the movie. Like, you be thinking in your head, shut up.
Yeah, dude, I'm actually, hey man, what just happened? I'm watching it too. Wait, did you see what happened? You'll be mad because
you would have thought too if you were paying attention. How about it? No, I'm just kidding.
We're gonna have to talk about the movies maybe in another episode. Because boy, I just be hoping I won't be with nobody that like to, get into the movie, so into the movie that they on the screen with the people like slap that, and all that. I can't say, but Lord have mercy, you can't even, So I gotta let me see. Know your household, know your financial situation, know your life. When it changes, adjust. And I'm gonna tell you, that sounds good, but in a lot of relationships, and we don't communicate a lot of this. Both parties may not know the real financial situation. Both parties may not know what boat we're really in. It may just be one of the parties. Could be the male or the female. You never know. That sound good, but sometimes You find out what the real situation is when the plan has been executed and it's about to come to a head. And then you find out, well, baby, we really ain't got 10,000 in the bank. We really got about $158. I don't know, you know.
What?
You better kill somebody. I just saw you better jump on the screen. She's like, yeah, okay. It's gonna be one of our last conversations talking about Woo, boy. You can't live like the Joneses. I'm gonna tell you, I live like. I tell people I don't keep up with the Joneses. I am the Joneses. I want people keeping up with me. Now, do they? Probably not, but that's just the mindset I have. I've never been able to do the things at the time that the Joneses were doing, because the Joneses was someone I always looked up to and a place I wanted to be. So I knew at that point I couldn't be the Joneses. I had to wait until it was time to be the Rods or the Keishas. You ever try to be the Joneses, Keisha? Ever?
No. You know what? My mama always told me, she said, never be jealous of what somebody else has, because you don't know how them people maintain in their house. They could be in credit card debt or anything. You worried about, well, little Sarah got, Jordans on her feet. Don't worry about little Sarah Jordans, because you don't know what kind of financial problems they mama are in trying to maintain that facade.
I did that before. Like I did that. I went through it. I did it. I had this, and not recently, y'all. This was like 2009, 2010. Picture this, everybody. I had a Lexus convertible, a $68,000 car. I had the flies clothes, diamond pinky rings, and chains and necklaces, bracelets. And I had got out the Navy, and I took a job that didn't pay you unless you perform. And no, I shouldn't say it like that. Until you sold a car. I was about to say performance service, but then y'all will make something out of that. Until you sold a car. Here I am riding a convertible Lexus, dressed to the nines, and didn't even have $9 in the bank. I'm serious. This really happened. So you can't look at the Joneses, because the Joneses might be the Williams. They might be the Mills. Or they might be the Broke Stones. And y'all probably ain't never seen the Broke Stones, because I ain't seen them either, but I've been there. You never know, man. That's why you come to me with a 3-piece suit on, I don't care. I look at the dude that's over there with them tore up jeans and that T-shirt on. That's probably some money. So what they said in here, Keith, let's see what they said. The couple has to have goals they are working towards together. Yes.
Absolutely.
And like, I know my goal. And goals change, y'all. If you're with somebody, you've been with them a long time, maybe do a goal checkup. I don't know. Maybe Keisha come up with a better name. I'm kind of, not well spoken all the time, but come up with a goal oil change or something. Like every year is, hey, do you have any new goals that I need to know about? Maybe your goal this year is to not go nowhere. Hopefully, no, I'm kidding.
You said hopefully. No.
But because you may be working on a goal from 3 years ago, and this person may have new financial goals. Maybe they don't want to make $50,000 a year. Maybe they want to make $65,000 a year. Know your partner's goals so you continue to make goals together. That sounds like it makes sense, Keisha? Or am I talking?
Makes perfectly good sense to me.
Sometimes I have to check on myself, because I don't usually have nobody up here to say, hey, am I sounding crazy? It's just like, I'm always tell myself, no, just keep on talking, Rod. You sound, So it's good. Hey, now, speaking of which, we got 15 people in the building, 15 real homies in the crib. I'm sorry, I couldn't help but say that. I want to thank everyone for being here. We're not done. We're almost done, though. But so y'all know, the next episode of The Classroom will be on Just Asking for a Friend's channel. We're taking it back to the old school. We're not doing the multi-streaming where it's going to be on my channel and Keisha's channel and all the people on Keisha's channel because she look good and Rod looking like he from the hood, We going to alternate. That way, Keisha's viewers can be over there and my viewers can go and see what Keisha's doing, like building chicken coops and tearing up, repairing trailers that got caught on a tornado or a mobile home, not a trailer. That's what they call something like that when I was growing up. But Roz,
Yeah, okay.
about this, so we're trying to take it back, because when you have the one live stream going to two places, what's going to happen? The builders and the homesteaders and the gardeners are going to go to Keisha's channel. The people that know Ra are going to go to Ra's channel. Now we're trying to have a YouTube kumbaya. That's what we're trying to do. So, anyway, hopefully that makes sense, man. Now let me see what we said here, y'all. We got about 5 minutes. This is the last call for comments. We're trying to keep these at an hour so people will watch the replay. If you thought you heard something you didn't hear, you ain't got to look and search for a couple hours. You're going to be able to go back, find it in probably 60 minutes or less. And then, just tell somebody about this, though, because we're going to be talking about some good stuff. We got about at least 8 topics. That's true, Roz. Some don't know the financial situation, even though they live in the house. Yes. Yeah.
You sure know what to say. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
Keisha says, you sure know what to say, y'all, man. I like that. I love that. Anyway, that's true. You know, people don't always know. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people are afraid to ask their partner about the financial situation.
Yeah.
I've seen multiple situations, being a senior manager in the Navy and in the civilian sector. It could be the man not wanting to disclose it because he may think his wife is making more, his partner's making more. It could be anything could happen. Or if I tell her how much I really make, then they may want some of my money. And a lot of times those different scenarios, I mean, we'll think we know, but you may not know. And I'm just trying to be real here. So
Yeah, and then some people may not, like the husband could have took a pay cut and never said anything. But I think it's like a thing of they don't want their wife or their spouse to worry. So that could be like a situation as well. Like you don't want the next person to be stressed out. You already stressed out. Why we both got to be stressed out? That's what they're probably thinking in their head.
Great point. And it goes back to what you say, and a lot of people say here, you got to have communication. But even if you have great communication, it may be hard to go tell as a man, and you go have to tell your wife, hey, I took a pay cut, and then follow it up. Don't worry. The bills are covered and all this. There's still going to be some worry and some doubt and some concern on both parts. So that's a great point, Keisha. I mean, and that's why I like doing this. Like, with Keisha and I not scripting this, I'm hearing stuff right now that I kind of wish we would have scripted, because, man, she's bringing up some points that I ain't even thought of. And it's like, yo, I didn't think of that. Like the kids, taking the kids on the 777 rule. I mean, little
I
Bobby.
don't know, because isn't the 7-7 rule to get away from your kids?
Yeah,
I'm trying to get away from them. You trying to bring them?
No, they ain't got no little Bobby ain't come. Well, I don't even know no little Bobby. Little Rod ain't coming with me. I ain't got no little Rod either. But if I had a little Rod, he ain't coming with me. But
you know what? Some people do have to bring their kids, but I'm assuming that they have to, because every time I go on a cruise, it's a bunch of kids, and some people have to bring their kids because they don't have that extra support, that family that can watch them, or they don't trust them. So either which way, they have to take their kids with them. So when they go on vacation, they can take their kids with them. But what I do like about a cruise, and I forgot to bring this up, if you do have kids, they babysit them. Like I met this lady. I'm getting off the subject, but I met this lady.
We need to know this.
I met this lady on the boat, and she says that from 9 to 12, they watch your kids. You have to pick them up, keep them for 2 hours, drop them back off for that next time slot. And after those 4 hours, you go pick them up, and then you spend time with your kids for about 2 hours. You drop them back off, and then you pick them up, and then that's it for the night. I said, well, dang, they saw your kids more than you did. So, that's also, you can still cruise and have a good time with them little jokers. So I guess, that would be, cruising also would be a good option if you got kids and you want to still have some me time with your spouse. But, you have to take the kids with you. You can always put them in the, I forgot what they call it. What is it? Kitty corner or something?
Yeah,
Kids club, somebody. Yeah, on the cruise.
Yeah, I saw those, and I thought I was going to say that a lot of cruise liners are realizing that the kids have to come, and they're making it you know,
Yeah,
where
kid
they have
friendly.
a place to, not dump the kids off for the whole day or the whole vacation, but where you can have some adult time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good point. And one of the things you said earlier, way earlier, is with your daughter, you only trusted your mom. My mom was the same
Mm-hmm.
way. Only her mother, which was my grandma, watched my younger brother and I. That was it.
Yep.
Maybe a couple
My mom.
hours. It wasn't gonna be no spending the night. It wasn't gonna be no long period of time. And
Uh,
man, we
that's
was
old
away.
school parenting right there.
Yeah, but she don't know how much fun we were having. We were eating pies and cookies and all kind of stuff, man. I love to go over there. So, but this
Well, a
whole
lot of people do that.
no,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead. A lot of people, what? I'm sorry.
No, a lot of people do that because you don't know who going in and out people's house. So you know, you know who going in and out your mama house because she ain't having none of that. Yep.
Especially,
So.
especially when the child is there, it get a little more secure when there's a child. Like in your case, your
Mhm.
mother may have been a little more restrictive. You know,
Mhm.
like I know. Well, if we were at home, my pops wasn't about to have a party. If they had a party, we went to my grandma's house. It was a
Mhm.
different level of security if a child was there. So, all right, Nicole said we set our goals every year, but we check our goals from last year. Scratch off the ones accomplished, work towards those for that year. Great point. And if y'all set goals, again, I'm not no relationship and life counselor, life coach. I'm none of that. But I have lived and um, met a lot of people throughout my travels, and I can say one of the things that I don't think I've done enough. I can't speak for the rest of the world, but is I haven't set enough goals. I haven't even written enough goals over my lifetime down to know if I was something would happen. I said, "Oh, yep, just accomplished another goal." That's kind of backwards. I was waiting on something to happen. Say, "Oh yeah, okay, I joined the Navy. Oh, I got a medal. Okay," but I didn't set a goal to. I'm gonna join, and actually, I joined the Navy to get the GI Bill. And then I did that, but then I didn't even know where I was going to school, if I was even going to school. It was almost like a fictitious goal just so my mom would be quiet because she wanted me to go to college. That's really what happened. So we need to look at that. Marvin, I like this Marvin Cease. I ain't gonna say what that other song he sung. Yeah, I'm trying to be PG on here. Marvin Cease once said the same thing it took to get that good woman / man, you got to do the same thing to keep them. Yeah. So fellas, don't start out with no foot rub, then act like they got toe jam later on. That ain't gonna work.
It sure is not.
or taking them over here, faking going to the steakhouse every 2 weeks, and a year from now, y'all eating that steak and shake, eating a hamburger.
Steak and shake there.
Hey man, you ain't never been on any Point Break experience live or videos. I'm using serious live, man. I'm gonna call it like I see it, but I'm gonna have fun. But I mean, I know I'd have been on a date and was lying to everybody, especially myself. Yeah, get what you want. Please don't get that. Please don't want no appetizers, no dessert, don't want no drink, no tea. Just want some water, whatever we eat. Don't want nothing else. But there's
Yeah.
the younger Rod that was thought he had to kick it. Well, we can't talk about that. We might be talking about something about that later. But be yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Love and myself 2.0. How are you? How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Hey, you are kicking it right now with Just Asking for a Friend, a homesteader, got chickens and cats and dogs and other cats and all kind of stuff going on, building things that I'm tearing up bathrooms and all kind of stuff. Make sure y'all check her out. I am your boy, Point Blank Experience on here. I just talk about whatever I want to talk about and keep it real. That's all this channel's about. So, and we do interviews with people like the Nichols, which is right here. That Southern talk, I love it. Yeah, got to be talking to Keisha because I ain't got no Southern accent. I used to have when I lost it in California at the beach. But I know I understand. Like Keisha, say something. Let me see if I understand what you say. Just say something like a Southern thing, like right quick or something. Let me just see if I can.
Like right quick. That's the Nichols thing. Right quick.
Southern card. I might have lost it now. Yeah.
We still say stuff like "Shaw know what to say," or we'll say "I bet you lying," and or I don't know.
Okay, I would have lost my card because show know you know what to say.
You sure know what to say.
I got the show part for all the people in the back, that's sure. You sure know what, if you speak properly. If you talk like me, sure know what to say. Whatever. When she first said that, y'all, I said, Lord, have mercy. And I bet you lied. It made me think I was lying. I ain't lying. I'm telling the truth, man. I did get attacked by 4 pit bulls, But it's really saying something to the other person of what they're saying you would do. Like, Keisha, I bet we're going to be on this live stream about 6 more hours.
I bet you lying.
See, there it is, y'all. We in practice. I told y'all I knew what she was saying. I told y'all I had to get it right, man. I knew that was going to get her. I bet you lying. Might be 6 more minutes. Living together separately can be a real issue and maybe a topic. So living together separately. Hold up, y'all. Just so you know.
Hold on. What did you say? You said living together separately?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Hey, some people do it though.
That's why we're going to talk about
I know some people that are married and don't even live in, like, they live together, but they're in separate rooms. Like,
no, we ain't doing that. That'll start off next time. I know it'd be another dude in there. No, we ain't doing all that. Yes, only my mom kept our children. Wow.
Oh,
What Rub told you? I bet this niggas knew it. Hey, y'all, we're gonna get ready to raise up out here. We can say hello, loving myself. Get what you want, please. Don't order this and that. Yeah. Hey, go and get what you want then. But in your mind. What's up, Tashari? What's up, Keisha?
No, I'm saying you can look at the dude and tell he ain't got it. Way he looking at the menu, you can tell by the way he ordering. I'll be like, you don't have a salad. You look like you eat salad.
But see, I like the internet because with the internet you can go and look at the menu. Now I ain't like this now, but when they first came out with the internet, if the menu didn't have no prices, we wasn't going there.
That means that's the upscale right there. You can afford it. You don't need to see the price.
That's what we go by there. We ride by to where we really going, but you right, it does give it away because you can try to hide it and practice hide it. And you look at the menu and it say a cheeseburger $16.95. I'm flipping it over like, okay, where is the $7 stuff? It's got to be something over here. I don't really do that, but it goes with you might want to know where you're going before you get surprised and embarrassed.
Okay. Right.
He says separate houses. Yeah, I heard of that. Now, you talking about it married or in a relationship? Now, depend. Now, if we married in separate houses, I'm gonna have to go. I'm just confused. I'm gonna be like, what are we doing? No, it ain't what are we doing? What am I doing? Because I must be losing my mind. What you think? Do you know anybody that's married and live in separate houses?
Yeah, but they ain't together. I don't know nobody together that live in separate houses. I don't know them people.
Because they got a divorce and they're married, but they live and then I know some people.
Yeah,
but you ain't gonna be over here see me out at the club telling me, hey, that's my old lady, and we live. No, if I'm your old lady, I should be in the house with you then. Married. Okay, married. Yeah. Really?
We need to get you on the show. What happened at? Where they do that at?
We're going to invite you to the classroom. We're going to give you a hall pass to come up here with the teachers, man.
Okay.
Hey, y'all, man. If y'all think of some stuff, y'all, for real, if y'all think of some topics that, like, because I wouldn't have never thought about no people that's married and living in separate houses. I mean, they must really don't like you.
I like you, but I like you from a distance.
I know people that have said they kept them together that weren't married and they kept them together a long period of time. But I mean,
yeah, because they probably had another person. No, we about to start a whole nother conversation. I was listening to say, yeah, because they probably had a whole nother situation. They probably had a whole nother situation over there. So that's why they stayed together, because he was allowed to have his girlfriend and she was allowed to have her boyfriend. Because who else would do that? Like, where they do that at?
Well, man, that's like that. Didn't they have a blues song talking about cheating in the next room or something like that?
Cheating in the next room.
Yeah, so yeah, yeah. I guess on the next block
Make
should be the remix.
Cheating on the next block. Cheating across town. That's probably what it is.
If you married in separate house, you are not one, you're a two, and I'm like, yeah, you two at everything. Hey, culture collab. Hey, what's a culture collab? Yep. Some people do that, especially those who have remarried after a long-term marriage. Really? So hold on, let me jot that down on this. Hey y'all, this my notepad, back of envelope, this my notepad for the next episode. So what I did here. So if you remarried after a long-term marriage, they stay in separate houses.
What? Why?
Right.
Why?
I'm gonna have to let me take a picture to dissect this one, man.
You can screenshot that one.
I'm gonna get a picture of that one, y'all. I don't know how to use this iPhone 2 I got. Hold on. Let me see. But these glasses ain't. Why am I?
But like, why though? Yeah, why culture? Why they stand? Why I don't understand.
Oh, she said Shirley Ralph doing that. What? But see now.
Are you serious? You talking about the actress?
Yeah. See, I can believe that. They do different kind of stuff.
But she seems so normal.
But if her name was Cheryl Lee Thomas and she lived over there on Cherry Street somewhere, we ain't doing that.
But you know what? I was thinking say they can afford to do it because who paying 2 mortgages and all that, and then the insurance and stuff that goes with it, and you got to do the upkeep on both of these houses, and I don't know.
Keisha, I don't care. We got $5 billion. It can afford 3 houses. I wouldn't do it. But you're right though. They do it, and maybe it keep down the drama. Maybe they don't even need to be together 20 years later.
Wow. I think maybe they just didn't want to get it.
I bet you they ain't got that many kids either, huh? Cause I mean, by the time you get over there, you
who else we going over for Thanksgiving? Mama and Daddy. Like what?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to Google that. When I'm a pencil way over there, I ain't got no backup. Well, y'all, we're gonna leave y'all hanging right there because I think I'm leaving myself. Boy, now I gotta go and research a lot. I gotta see what about these people that are living together. I mean, ain't living together but married. Don't nothing surprise me in 2026, man.
Nothing. Nothing.
I mean, I'm gonna say by 2030, the husband might be married to an AI lady or something. I don't know. I mean, for real, man. They
making robots like to replace the women. Well, I guess
it's on the live stream. They were talking about that in Japan. It's already happening.
Yeah.
It's a scary world. Well, y'all, unless Keisha, you have anything you want to close out with before we get out of here?
No, I just want to say I'll see you guys next Tuesday on my show. Don't forget.
Next Tuesday. I don't know if she's going to do the 05, but 7 o'clock, that's the tentative time. Stay tuned. Check out Points Blank Experience. Check out Jess Asking for a Friend. Her link to her channel is pinned to the top of this, the comments in the live stream. Check us out. We don't know what the topic is going to be, but I can tell you from the sounds of this one, it's going to be juicy, man. Thank you, everybody that came in. Rika said, have a blessed night. Blessed and wonderful night. Thank everybody for tapping in. We really appreciate this. It means a lot to both of us. And hey, man, I don't usually leave my live stream lost for words. I'm kind of lost for words on this one. I hope I can push all the right buttons to get us out of here because this was pretty good. This was good. And I want to thank everybody that commented and had some input to this because I've learned quite a bit. And for anybody that's watching the replay, make sure you check us out again. Next week, we will be on Just Asking for a Friend's channel. We're going to alternate every week. So we'll be on here this week, hers next week, the following week, mine, and then we'll go back and forth. That we can share the love. And with that being said, I'm going to get ready to get us out of here. And Keisha doesn't have anything. I don't have anything. And all I can say, y'all can get the heck out of our classroom. I think class is over, baby. We'll see y'all next time. Peace. Much love, y'all.
Hey. Yeah. I got the feeling we taking it all the way. I gotta get to the Hall of Fame. Been on the ground with a small delay. That's what it takes when you on your job. I'm working till everything fall in place. Like nah, we not gonna fall today. Like nah, we not gonna fall today. Like oh yeah, beanie up Scotty, we going up crazy. Yeah, me and my posse. When it's time to get it, we body to body. Cause bodies get left when we leave the party. Don't get me started. Don't make me get out of character. That make you turn to a target. Dearly depart.